conditions contributing to a fantastic atmosphere in the stands. This really is the place to be. Colours vivid and vibrant, songs loud and proud. The tone for this game is well and truly set. It is a monster matchup, Jim Beckley.
Well, under normal circumstances, this is a massive matchup, and I'm not totally in agreement with the view that friendlies tend to take the edge away. In my experience, if the opposition go at it full tilt, then you have to reciprocate. We'd like to see excitement and be entertained, but if it does go down the serious route, there'll still be lots to enjoy.
So it's down to business here. Jim, which player is best equipped for this game?
Well, Peter, I want to focus on this guy, Jamal Musiala. Born in Germany, raised in England. He was courted by both nations, of course, until he chose to represent Germany at senior level.
Well, that's a foul. Free kick's been given. Gabriel, Madueke, Eze, Gabriel, that's really well manoeuvred. Martinelli, spread out to the left. Capier, Tar, attempts a clearance. Now looking to orchestrate a counter. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Madueke. Eze. Oh, super find. And a chance! Musiala. Davis. Kimmich. Moved on forwards.
Olise really needed to concentrate on protecting the ball. Then again, he was being very closely marshalled.
Martinelli. Gabriel gently down. Played into space out wide. Capier. Now here's the delivery. No messing about, just bludgeoned away. And here's Eze. Pavlovic wins the duel this time. Kimmich. Stanisic. Davis. Diaz. And it's Musiala. Kimmich. Pavlovic. Out towards the flank. And here's Olise. Plenty waiting in the middle. That's a cute ball. Madueke tries to clear. Zubimendi aim forwards. Eze. Martinelli. Capier. Oh, sweet feet. Oh, some tackle that. Now, who's going to be first to this? Madueke. Lovely bit of skill. Chance, surely! Same again, same outcome.
They're just unrelenting, Peter. Wave after wave of attacks. Now it's just a matter of making at least one of them count.
Elise. Stanisic. Davis. And it's played forward. Pavlovic forwards and with intent. Oh, that's neat. It's a mighty effort! That has been knocked clear, and it's Musiala.
It's been pretty high-tempo stuff from the off here, Peter. A good show of intent, I would say.
Rice shifted upfield, and he's surging through. Eze! That was superb goalkeeping.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
Stanisic, aim forwards. Quality ball. Nice interception, his positioning was spot on. Martinelli. Gabriel. Madueke. Eze. Out to the left it goes. Eze laid out to the left flank, aimed in towards the centre.
They've certainly set out to cause a problem or two down that left flank. And Capier clearly looking the key component now with the concentration on width. Really aren't convincing right now. It has to start in defence, but the whole team needs a wake-up call.
It's been a pretty frantic start, a lot of front foot pressing. Eze. Zubimendi. Anything, Jim, to pick out of these early exchanges?
Well, neither side has really grabbed the initiative, I would say. Both must have come in with a view of not making any early mistakes. So we're seeing some conservatism here.
Defending of the desperate variety. And that's been won straight back. Plenty of appeals, but the referee is not interested. Stanisic moved on forwards. Musiala. Davis. Musiala. Kimmich. Great work on the overlap. He's got options in the box if he gets his head up. And that has been cleared. Succumbs to the pressure. Gabriel. Zubimendi. Musiala, and there's the shot! Oh, fine stop from the keeper.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
White, gently done. Madueke. There's the shot! Goal! Arsenal! Arsenal take the lead. Speed of thought, efficiency of movement, and certainty of outcome.
Well, that's really well played, Peter. You have to appreciate the simplicity of it all. Killer pass, perfectly delivered.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated. Musiala. Arsenal have hit the front early, a foothold in the game.
It's been a super start. They've made their intentions clear and they've backed them up.
Oh, that's well done, really robust. But here's Kane. It's Kane! And again the keeper stands strong.
Kane, really can't believe it. Foiled by the keeper again.
Saliba. And it's played forward. Oh, can he get onto this? And he has been fouled there. Shooting chance! And again! Didn't quite get enough on that.
Oh, this was all about good movement in the box just to allow him to get to it.
Diaz looks to get on the end of this. Madueke. Gabriel forwards and with intent. Tar. Musiala. That's really well manoeuvred. And if you have just joined us, still just one goal between them. 1-0 the score. Deflected behind for a corner kick. And it's Musiala. Musiala! Good try. The outcome could so easily have been different.
Well, even for him, that may have been a touch ambitious.
Olise. Pavlovic. Davis. Over to the left. It's really well cleared. It's a throw. Pavlovic shifted upfield. And it's hoisted clear. And it's Pavlovic. Eze, and he's managed to get free. Now it's Eze. Tar. Pavlovic. Davis. Diaz. Davis. Up towards the front line. And that's the end of that. It all started well enough. Gabriel. Keeper's got good distance on that. Nice physical challenge. Tar. That's been drilled forward. Defending of the desperate variety. Musiala. Davis. Diaz looking to get on the end of this. Tries to get it clear. Subimendi. Saliba. Aim forwards. Eze is onto it in a flash. Pavlovic. Tar. Davis. Davis, gently done. Gabriel gets across to intercept that. Incapuyu. Gabriel moved on forwards. Well read, nice interception. Pavlovic. Olise. Oh, such a clever touch. Olise proves just a little bit too strong. Yeah, that does look a foul. Referee's given a free kick. Ditch defending, but that'll do. And it's Davis. Diaz. And a shot! Big relief, it just needed better contact.
I can't quite believe he's missed that, Peter.
It's run loose here. Upamecano forwards and with intent. Subimendi. Gabriel. Rice. Martinelli. Rice. And it's played forward.
Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn.
Diaz. Davis. Davis, good-looking ball. White. Madueke. Eze. Oh, good spread. White. Very nicely done. Calmly anticipates. Tar. Kimmich, aim forwards. Tries a measured ball. And he cuts out the supply. Gabriel. Moved on forwards. Elise. Out to the left it goes. Diaz. Big chance! He's having a shot! Oh, the ball's... And another try! It's a carbon copy of the previous miss. Saliba is there, and he can get that clear. Elise. He's had a shot! He's done very well to get to that.
Elise really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
That's a throw. Cleared away. Elise. Kimmich. That is a brilliant interception. Gabriel, gently done. Spread out to the left. Stanisic does really well to win the ball there. Stanisic. Oh, there's a probing ball. Well played. That has snuffed out the danger. Pavlovic. Kimmich. Stanisic. Elise. White. Oh, that's a clever-looking ball. Madueke. There are a few waiting for it. That has been knocked clear. Kane. He's got away. Muscular approach does pay off here. Diaz had a really good go at breaking through, but ultimately he was just about kept out.
Oh look, his determination needed to be greater than the obstacle he was faced with, and it wasn't.
Proves too strong. Kimmich. That's really well manoeuvred. Nicely intercepted. Tar. Davis. Good spell of possession this, but very little to show for it. Pavlovic. Davis forwards and with intent. Well, no, that is pretty much the end of that. And the shot! Gabriel. Rice shifted upfield. Capier. And here's Martinelli. Now it's Eze. And here's Martinelli. Good challenge, excellent challenge. Pavlovic. Kane chasing after it. Rice. Tar cuts out the pass. Well, that was a period of possession which carried just about no threat at all. Olise. The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. Can he get onto this? Well timed, excellent interception. Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
Well, that's down to a simple miscalculation. No more, no less.
And it's White. White, now he's got space here. It's come to nothing. Pavlovic. Arsenal half-time coming up, and little doubt as to which of the two sides is the happier. Olise, and he goes cross-field. Madueke. Rice. Incapuyi. Incapié goes forward. Gets it away. It looked as though that might lead to something quite promising, but it turned out that that was not the case. And here's Diaz. Davis looking to run onto it. Looking for a decent ball in. He's in a good position here. Oh, well played. He's taken that really cleanly. Martinelli. Musiala. Pavlovic. Olise. Over to the left. He's cut it out. Incapuyi. And it's played forward. Tar gets over and intercepts. Davis. And here's Kane. And it's Musiala. And that has been cleared. Incapuyi. Moved on forwards. That has been cut short. Tar. Aim forwards. White makes the interception. Eze. Rice forwards and with intent, and it's hoisted clear. And he thumps it clear. Good take, and is he in? Martinelli played out towards the right wing. Oh, smashing header! away.
Rice is offering a right smile there.
Diaz. Pavlovic. That's really well manoeuvred. Gabriel. Madueke. Saliba, gently done. And it's White. White. Hit into the middle. He's clearly asking too much with that. Upamecano. Oh, he's fizzed it forward. Kimmich. Diaz. Well, that's well seen too. And that'll be the last act of the first half. Well, there were plenty of talking points in that first half, but just the one goal. It's still anybody's game here.
There's plenty of positives to take, despite the lead being so small, Peter. I think playing well, good energy. A little more composure up front, perhaps. That's not too much to ask.
Arsenal have played well here, and they have the all-important lead. It's 1-0. And if you have just joined us, well, we've just begun the second period here. A solitary goal, that has been the crucial difference. Great defending, strong and determined. He has found the way through. Eze!
Oh, that is rather wayward. Incredible. He had all the time in the world to pick his spot as well.
Upamecano forwards and with intent. Olise succumbs to the pressure. Gabriel Incapuyi. And it's Eze. Well, it just petered out. No penetration at all, having had a great deal of the ball. Saliba, aim forwards. Incapuyi. Gabriel. Rice. Zubimendi. That's really well manoeuvred. Davis. Diaz. Diaz. Davis. Oh, it's played into the area. Not pretty, but it gets the job done.
Is that the first time we've seen them try that? It's definitely given the opposition a little more to think about.
And it's played forward. And they're not going to make any further progress now. Diaz. Bayern Munich have reclaimed it. And here's Olise. Stanisic. And here's Olise. Musiala. Kimmich. It's Kane!
Well, he doesn't need a second invitation, even from that range.
Eze. And it's Eze. Rice. Capier. Expertly cut out, really nicely done. And here's Martinelli. Oh, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. Saliba does really well to win the ball there. Capier. Out to the left it goes. Muscular approach does pay off here. Looks a foul. Yep, referee's given it. Sensational save! Saliba goes short. Musiala. And that is as far as they're going to go. Gabriel. Rice. Forward it goes. And play for a throw. Just deflected over the goal line for a corner. It's been taken short. Capier, and that's aimed into the middle. Tar tries to clear. Subimendi. Rice. And here's Martinelli. Martinelli! Well, that wasn't too dissimilar to the previous attempt. Tar. Davis. Diaz. Musiala. Now it's Diaz. Davis. It's a good run down the left-hand side. Madueke. And it's White. Some good work on the right flank here. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. Tar. Oh, this looks sharp. Kimmich. Rice, that's a good intervention. That was what he had to make in the face of danger that was growing. Noticeable change in the approach to defending here. Olise concedes a free kick for that. Saliba tries a deft little ball. Upamecano gets rid without sophistication. Oh, that's well done, really robust. Dealt with nicely by the defence. Not much subtlety about that challenge. And reclaimed it in a trice. And it's White. Kane.
Arsenal, well, yet another interception and a show of anticipation to be commended.
Brilliantly cut out. Moved on forwards. Stanisic. Stanisic shifted upfield. Rice. Arsenal are ahead here by what is still the only goal. Gabriel forwards and with intent. Great ball if he can get there. And here's Davis. White, gently done. Kane. Now it's Diaz. Musiala. Zubimendi. Some resolute defending there. Another save.
Musiala really must be thinking what more he could have done there. It's another inspired save.
Madueke. White looking to hit the byline here. There's the header! And he's kept it out. Stanisic can get it clear. So who's he picking out? Lobbed in behind. And that pass just didn't quite work. Upamecano, aim forwards. And it's played forward. Capier. Martinelli. That is lovely. Now the delivery. And that has been cleared. Davis moved on forwards. Pavlovic. And that's really well manoeuvred. Saliba, gently done. Aim forwards. White. And it's Eze. He is just caressing the ball.
Well, it seems as if he's just had a momentary lapse and slipped into tunnel vision because he had good options around him and he failed to get his head up.
Saliba. So, Jim, what are you thinking?
Peter, they're leaving nobody guessing now. This is a decisive attempt to go further in front.
And the referee has brought play back and showed him a yellow card. Davis. Tar. Diaz. Now it's Musiala. Gabriel shifted upfield. And it's Eze. Madueke, who's set up one goal so far. Madueke. Eze. Cleared without complication. Gabriel. Rice played out to the left flank. There's no getting past him. It's really well defended. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested.
Nkapie really needed to be much faster then, much more decisive.
Diaz. Davis. Tries to get it clear. It's gone out for a throw-in. And it's Stanisic. Played into the middle. Oh, he's asking too much with that. Gabriel. Moved on forwards. There will be a throw-in. Kimmich. And here's Kane.
Well, it's definitely the right attitude and application, Peter. They've got to keep pushing.
They're coming again and again.
Well, the question now is whether they can sustain it.
Pavlovic. And it's played forward. Eze wins the duel this time. White. Saliba, forwards and with intent. Madueke. And it's Eze. Upamecano. Stanisic. Bayern Munich going about it patiently, perhaps too patiently. Pavlovic. Has a look and plays it forward. Saliba cuts it out. Nkapie. Rice. Musiala. Kimmich. Stanisic. Oh, he's found support out wide. And that was very necessary. Nkapie. Out to the right. Martinelli. Zubimendi. That's a lovely, neat pass. Showing good feet. Madueke. Olise. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. And it's Eze. White. Davis getting this one clear. Oh, it's come loose. Eze. And here's Martinelli. It's a loose ball. Rice. Oh, he's been flattened there. Rice. And here's Madueke. Rice. Swings it. Gets his head on it! Should have been two.
Just got too eager there, I think, Peter. Had half an eye on the two-goal cushion.
Over to the left. It's an inviting looking ball, that. Now it's Diaz. He's in plenty of space here. Madueke. Madueke puts a cross in. Played out to the right. Madueke. Rice.
They may end up with some regret with this tactic, but you have to admire their commitment to goals.
Subimendi. White. Driven forward. Upamecano can get it clear. And it's Eze. Eze. And here's Madueke.
Arsenal surely have to be commended for their drive and desire. Most teams would be taking the easier defensive route by now.
White. Rice. Martinelli.
I think the message here is quite clear, Peter. They want another one and will seemingly keep going until they get it.
Martinelli. Diaz. Davis. Kimmich. Deftly away.
Keep calm and carry on. That's the job in a nutshell now.
Well, that's really good play on the right. He's driving forward.
Arsenal clearly have been instructed to kill this off. Offence is the best form of defence.
Madueke. Eze. He can run onto that. Madueke.
I think the message here is quite clear, Peter. They want another one and will seemingly keep going until they get it.
Pavlovic, gently done.
Bayern Munich really are showing all the necessary urgency, but it's potency they need.
Kimmich. Arsenal still ahead by the game's only goal. White. Gabriel. Rice. And it's played forward. Martinelli. Eze. Martinelli. Oh, nice touch. Incapuyi. Can he latch on to this? Time to deliver. Rice.
They may end up with some regret with this tactic, but you have to admire their commitment to goals.
Olise. Stanisic, nicely aimed pass. Saliba, aim forwards. White. Subimendi. That's really well manoeuvred. Stanisic. And it's Musiala. Olise. That's an untidy challenge. Free kick given. And they've got rid.
Well, there's plenty to like about this approach. Get your head down, keep battling away, and eventually things might change for you.
Gabriel shifted upfield. I think we're just about done here. Kimmich moved on forwards. Oh, nicely intercepted. White. Saliba. Zubimendi. Saliba, gently done. And it's played forward.
Arsenal can really think about the precious seconds that took off the clock. No need to overly commit now.
Pavlovic, forwards and with intent. Saliba. Gabriel. That's really well manoeuvred. Rice, aim forwards. White. Lovely feet. Eze. Zubimendi. Rice. And it's hoisted clear.
Arsenal really wanted that two-goal cushion, but it wasn't to be. Still, they should be able to see it out from here.
Davis. Diaz. Davis.
I thought it was going to happen then. How many more chances can they realistically expect now?
And he's away. Martinelli. That's very neat. Back into the middle.
Arsenal nearly finished it off there, but now it's a case of waiting for the whistle. They seem to have lost their sense of direction. It should be higher up the pitch.
Diaz. Davis. Davis shifted upfield.
Bayern Munich really can only do one thing now, Peter. Get the ball up front, make sure it sticks, and sustain some pressure.
Saliba, gently done. That's an excellent interception. Olise. Upamecano. Davis. Davis, forwards and with intent. Madueke. Rice. Zubimendi. Gabriel. And that's that. Well, that was close. Both sides playing their part in a great game of football. A real ride that had all of us glued to our seats from the very beginning. So what do you take away from it all, Jim?
Well, that was a hard-fought win with a defensive masterclass. They backed up their goal with a resilience that was first class.
And all that remains for me is to thank Jim Beglin. That's it from us tonight. A very good evening to one and all.